Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Crypto Time. Before we get into today's episode, I'd just like to ask you guys that if you do enjoy the content here and you're watching, please do subscribe. I unfortunately don't have Bitcoin to offer you guys to subscribe or comment or whatever. Hopefully one day I do have enough to where I can do that and give people free Bitcoin that are subscribed to the channel. But for right now, if you guys are watching and you do enjoy, please do subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 150 subscribers before the beginning of December. So if you do enjoy, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't, that's fine. If you're just here to watch, then all right, at least you're watching. Now let's get into some prices. Now it's kind of been fluctuating from 82 to 8K to 82 to 8K. I haven't really seen it stay consistent above 8,200. Maybe it was 83 for a little while, but it seems to have kind of balanced out at 8,200, which is weird because usually when we have this big price influx really fast, there's some kind of quick correction. But it seems like it's been sitting around 82 to 80 for about 3 or 4 days now. So maybe this time there isn't going to be a correction. Maybe this time it's just going to stay at a constant price of 80, maybe through the holiday. Maybe after the holiday we might see some kind of correction. I can honestly see it keep going up and up and up through the holidays. So maybe we will hit that crazy 10K mark. I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort, stacking penny stocks. Now today's altcoin I'm sure a lot of you have heard of, and it's actually Dash. And I don't know how many of you guys have been following Dash, but if we look at the charts here, if we look at the chart on November 2nd, okay, November 2nd, it was $260 per coin. And now Dash is $566. So it's literally doubled in what, like 12, 13 days, which is insane. I don't know. I'm not too sure on what's happening. It may just be a giant pump. There might have been some kind of update that made people want to buy into it. The fact that it's literally doubled in 2 weeks is insane. So that's got to get my altcoin of the day. Now for today's news story, I'm not sure how many of you guys use Coinbase. I personally don't, but I know that a lot of people do, and I know a lot of people that are trying to get into cryptocurrency have been using Coinbase. I'll hear people talking about cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, and I kind of just know that they all use Coinbase because that's, I guess, the easiest way to get Bitcoin, I guess you could say. But their CEO, Brian Armstrong, had an interview on CNBC where he's talking about their new Coinbase custody program. Now, this program is basically a hedge fund, and the setup fee is crazy. The minimum balance is crazy. I'm going to show you guys this whole video, and you can see just how crazy this is to be. Anybody that knows enough about cryptocurrency will know this just isn't like. I'm going to let you guys make your own opinions. I like to stay non-biased on the show, so I'm going to play this video for you guys and you let me know what you think.
There's been over 100 hedge funds created in the last year that are interested in trading digital currency, and we have hundreds more reaching out to us, looking from traditional hedge funds, sovereign wealth funds, family offices. Seems like everybody is interested in digital currency these days.
Certainly the interest is there. Brian, what are you giving these institutional clients that they otherwise didn't have access to? Obviously, you could kind of be snarky about it, say the whole point of Bitcoin is to remove the risk of intermediaries, but how does it work?
Yeah, well, Coinbase Custody is seeking to become the first qualified custodian for institutions that are looking to store digital currency. And so what that means is they need a secure, compliant way to store funds on behalf of their LPs if they're going to start investing in this space. And from what we've seen, there's probably about $10 billion of institutional money sitting on the sidelines waiting to flow into digital currency. And the main thing blocking it is just the existence of a qualified custodian like this. So that's what we're seeking to become with our Coinbase Custody product.
And where, Brian, I mean, is Bitcoin the one that for you guys has the most interest? Is it Ethereum? What's the demand like out there?
Well, everything started with Bitcoin really about 5 years ago here, but it's now turned out to be that there's dozens of these digital currencies. Actually, I think there's about 50 to 100 now with a market cap over 100 million. So it's almost becoming like stock market 2.0, if you want to think of it that way. And the ones that are most exciting to us that we have on the platform today are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. But there's many more that are going to be added to the platform in 2018. And I think this is going to be a really exciting space for all kinds of institutional investors to make money.
So if the SEC cracks down, and we know already in China they've cracked down initial coin offerings and so forth, What happens for you guys? Does that represent a material risk that you could be involved, cast judgment upon for helping facilitate all of this, or would it simply be a business risk because then people wouldn't have as much demand to store these?
Yeah, so we've stayed out of adding any ICOs on the platform to date just because of that regulatory uncertainty. And I do think there's a good chance that some percentage of those ICOs will end up being considered securities. The head of the SEC has said as much. And so we're approaching that area very cautiously. Whenever we decide to add a new asset onto the platform, we really look at a number of factors. And we released our GDAX new asset trading policy just a few weeks ago that gives some more insight into how we do this. But we look at things like what the regulatory risk is. We do some diligence on the team. We do a security audit of the coin, what the customer demand is, and we consider all of those factors before adding it to the platform. So we're really looking to provide a safe place where customers can have assets that they trust and participate in this market.
Yeah, that's right. Minimum balance, 10 million USD. Setup fee, 100,000. I mean, if you have enough money to put 10 million into like a cryptocurrency hedge fund like this, 100K really isn't too much for you for a setup fee, but that is insane. Like 10 million for a cryptocurrency, which I guess in hindsight, if Bitcoin does keep going up, this really won't be that much in a couple years if it keeps going the way that it's going. But still, just for Coinbase to have like a program like this, I just don't know. I don't know. I like to stay non-biased on this kind of stuff because I know there's a lot of people that do use Coinbase, and I know there's a lot of people that don't use Coinbase. The only thing I really use it for is to kind of liquidate, so I really don't keep it for storage or anything like that, and I definitely don't think I would. If I had 10 million, I don't think I would put it into this, but to each their own. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And remember, if you do enjoy the content and you're here on the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, see you.